actually change the trach, you probably would want to clean and make sure, do all that process first. All right, so before you are ready to change the trach, you wanna make sure you have everything ready, because once you pull that out, you gotta put it in quick, because that's their airway. So I got everything right here. I've got a syringe in case you wanna make sure this cuff is deflated. For this, you will need lubricant. If you forget to say you're lubricating it, you will not pass this comp, because you don't wanna try to stick it down there without having any kind of lubrication. And I deflated this cuff and it has inflated itself back. Okay, make sure you can check the integrity of your cuff, I already did that. Then make sure everything's out of it. Make sure you have your obturator, very important. Whenever you have a trach in a room, always make sure you have this obturator, because if that trach comes out, you need this to put it back in. They normally put it in a little baggie and tape it like to the back of the wall behind the bed. You wanna make sure it's the right size so it's sticking out right there, so it won't be like a blunt insertion. All right, I always go ahead and put the gauze on there and have it ready, because it's just easier for me than to have to try to stuff it under there. So, it'll just keep inflating. This is what it looks like when I'm ready to go. They don't normally do that. Okay. They did not give me another set of trach ties, so I'm just gonna use these. So your trach ties will come like this. You can undo them right here to size them. Most of them kind of look like this. I'm sure they might be blue, but they kind of the same concept. So we're gonna say that this one still has trach ties on. So goes in like this. And I would typically go ahead and do that too, just because it's an easier process once you already get it in there. All right, so I'd have it like this. Have my lube here. And then take the ties off, hold your finger on it, because you don't want it to come out. Have this one. You put your thumb on the end of the obturator, it gives you a little bit of leverage to be able to get it in there. Dip it in the lube. You're ready, say all right. Change your tray. 1, 2, 3, take it out. You're gonna pop this back in. As soon as you get it in there, first thing, obturator comes out. If you leave that in there, it's gonna block their airway. It comes out immediately. So notice my finger was still on the tray the whole time because it is not secure. And you know, most of the time your patients are gonna be sitting up. Make it pretty later. And then we're just gonna use this same one. Oh, no, you can't. Hold on. See if there's a non-disposable one in here. These are non-disposable. They lock into place. Here, it clicks. You can kind of feel it. Then, what are you gonna do? If the cuff was inflated, this one must be blown. You would inflate your cuff back. Check your cuff pressure. Where do you want your cuff pressure to be?
Like 20, 25.
This thing doesn't even work. Well, this cuff must be blown because now it's deflated again. Yeah, see, it's going down, it's deflating. Okay. Yeah, so you would check your cuff, make sure it's where you want it. first off, when you get it secured, listen to breast sounds. Because it can go in like a false track and get into the tissues. It's happened before. And if you bag them, they'll start like blowing up and look like a bullfrog. It's crazy for subacute emphysema. All right, and then you would just make sure it's pretty. Any questions?